For a bit of context, my grandma used to have these really obscure movies at her house. My sister would watch them when we were like 7 or so. And this movie in particular has been stuck in my head ever since, but in a very vague memory. Where the only thing I can remember was a boy getting turned into a bug by some alien witches and having to get his sister's attention. And my sister and I were convinced that I just made it up, since he didn't really remember the movie either, and we both couldn't remember the title. But one night, while my sister was watching Amazing Spider-Man 2 the first time and I was watching it with her, I told her that exact description, put that exact description into the internet, and lo and behold, there it was. I knew I had to watch and make a review of it to clear up my foggy memory and to see if it was truly as weird as I thought.
Spoiler alert, it was even more weird.
So here's a summary of the movie plus my review at the end. Oh, and also I'll have the screen recorded YouTube version I watched linked in the description. Okay, now on to the show. Some aliens send some disguised aliens to Earth to figure out how to be peaceful. Well, looking like the villains from Battleman. I suppose these low-budget sci-fi projects never had the best costume design. Meanwhile, one of the main characters, Krista, is upset at her brother, Tyler, the other main character, looks like Chicken Little, for pranking her with a fake bug that scared her. See where this is going? And then the parents happen to get calls for business trip and happen to hire an alien babysitter instead of a real one. Plot convenience, it's totally the thing in kids' movies. The kids quickly realize that something is off about Mrs. Pickle Nickel, like fish cookies, alien songs, and some strange device. The rivalry gets even worse between the siblings, mainly because Tyler's a prick, and Krista hasn't learned to stop reacting the way he wants. I actually can't relate to that honestly with how I used to fight with my brother. And the nanny, which doesn't know that humans sometimes say things in anger they don't really mean, transformed Tyler into a bug because his sister wished he was a bug, and he wished he was a bug. And well, fortunately, Krista does know about him being a bug, and Mrs. Pickerickle being an alien, because she, well, pretty much admits to it. Unfortunately, his transformation isn't exactly reversible. And since he doesn't want to stay home from school, even though he's a bug and he would most likely die, she brings him in a box with holes in it. Things get even worse when she learns from a book that the kind of beetle Tyler is dies in a few days. Luckily, she figures out the baby agency where Mrs. Pickle Nickel comes from. Probably has more of her alien buddies who may know how to reverse the transformation. And unfortunately, once again, the babysitting agency is normal and knows nothing. Back at home, Tyler realizes that he was being so mean and apologizes on the brink of death, and Krista regrets wishing he was a bug. Luckily, Mrs. Picklenickel returns and is able to bring Tyler back normal just before their parents come home. Then the movie ends with this "Where are they now?" montage. I'd say this movie has the occasional good comedy, but way too much on slapstick humor, and it's just really weird. And you can tell it has that whole low-budget thing going on. It is interesting how this movie has interview segments like Modern Family. I guess they might have had this written with both movie and sitcom elements. I'd give it 3.5 on the kids movie scale, and a 2 out of 5 on the rewatching it as a teenager scale.